Welcome to Swipe from the EE Pocket-Lint Gadget Awards. Here's what's coming up on this week's show.
Innovation celebration. Thomas speaks to the tech giants taking home the big prizes. But is it a fickle industry? I find out how quickly gadget glory can wane. And Rik brings us his best of the best from this year's video game category.
That's all to come for you in the next 10 minutes or so after a quick look at the tech stories that made headlines this week.
Get a load of Boston Dynamics' latest quadrupedal robot. It's an upgrade of the Spot Mini, which is the all-electric and quietest robot from the company. Its legs let it hop and turn. And if its power is the same as the initial Spot Mini, it can run for about 90 minutes on a charge, according to the engineers. A competition's launched to reinvent the wheelchair. The Mobility Unlimited Challenge wants to hear from keen inventors with new technology solutions for lower limb paralysis. The winner will get £750,000 to help bring the product to market. Prince William has teamed up with some major media and tech firms to try and tackle cyberbullying. The likes of Google, Facebook, Twitter and Sky have signed up to a campaign with his charity, the Royal Foundation. It includes the first Internet Code of Conduct, urging young people to speak out against online abuse. And the world's second richest man, Bill Gates, is building a futuristic smart city in Arizona called Belmont, where driverless cars look set to be the norm, along with high-speed digital networks, data centers and new manufacturing technologies.
Tonight's awards are all about recognising your favourite technology from the past year. The devices you've learned to love and now wouldn't want to live without. Here's Thomas with the big winners.
The Pocket-Lint's Night of Awards kicked off recognising a stalwart of the gadget scene, cameras. Panasonic picked up the main award for its Lumix G5, while Sony took home a prize for its compact camera, the Cybershot. Of course, eyes were on who would take best smartphone. That went to Samsung for its Galaxy S8. We asked them why they think they beat out their competitors.
I think it's our relentless approach to innovation. Everyone's really passionate about product and delivering the best that they can for our consumers and let them get more out of their life, ultimately.
Despite failing to take home best tablet, that went to iPad Pro, Microsoft scooped best laptop for its Surface Pro, in what was a very strong category this year.
Hi there.
Another tech giant who cleaned up on the night, Amazon. The behemoth online retailer showed it was dominating the domestic sphere. It won the best home entertainment device for its Fire TV stick, as well as best smart home device for the seemingly ubiquitous Amazon Echo.
We certainly are making lots of great products for many different rooms in the home. Living room is certainly one, with Fire TV obviously, and then Echo as well. So we're just excited to see it in more and more places in the home.
From cars to headphones, TVs to tablets, the Pocket-Lint Awards are a celebration of the entire spectrum of gadgetry and technology. But there was, of course, one star of the evening, 2017's best console, the Nintendo Switch.
Nintendo's answer to the all-in-one gaming platform took home not only the prize for best gaming device, but also the Star Prize, Pocket-Lint's Product of the Year. In all, the company came out on top, taking home 3 awards, including Best Game for its latest instalment of Zelda.
It's pretty amazing. I mean, obviously, on behalf of Nintendo, I think big thanks to everyone who voted. It's been an amazing year. Hopefully, another good 12 months to come.
With Christmas round the corner, customers will no doubt be taking these results into consideration when it comes to stuffing their stockings. Thomas Newton, Sky News.
The annual Pocket-Lint Awards started 14 years ago, and in that time the tech world has seen a lot of devices and trends come and go. A bit earlier, I asked the man behind tonight's event about those previous winners who perhaps didn't manage to hang on to their success.
So as you can imagine, 14 years of giving out awards, we've seen a wide range of gadgets over the years, and probably some things in hindsight may be not so great winners after all. One of those was the BlackBerry Storm. Now this was a cutting-edge, all-screen, touch-screen smartphone from BlackBerry, but instead of just being a sort of touch, the whole screen actually moved. It was like on a big clicker thing. Very strange. Other ones, we used to have a dedicated GPS category, But we found that after a while, TomTom dominated every nomination, and we kind of moved on, as the rest of us did, with in-car navigation and using our smartphones.
So we've seen who's done well tonight, but who do you think has had a bad year?
I think someone that's had a disappointing year, one I'm sort of kind of upset about slightly, is HTC. A couple of years ago, they were dominating the best smartphone categories and anything else they were entered to. And although their HTC Vive is doing really well in the VR space, their smartphones are sort of becoming quite lackluster in the attempt to sell to other people. And I think what we found is the dominance of Samsung and iPhone, Apple, are just, squeezing them out of the market.
And then what's to come in 2018 then? What do you think we'll see?
I think some of the big trends are going to be voice, certainly voice in the home. We've already started to see this with devices like the Amazon Echo, for example, but Google obviously with the personal assistant, and then we've got Apple coming in with their HomePod device and Siri, which I think will really push that concept into the home, and people, like my mother and your uncle or whatever, will get used to saying to someone, hey Siri, hey Alexa, do this.
So more of the same, but it just becomes more integrated.
I think it's starting to see the things that we've seen as an early adopter approach becoming a lot more mainstream.
Now, for this week's Games Review segment, we asked Rik to choose his favourites from the list of finalists within the Best Game category. See if you agree with him. Tweet us at Sky News Swipe and let us know.
Obviously, all the games nominated this year are fantastic, but I've had to narrow it down to my favourites. And first up is Horizon Zero Dawn, a PlayStation exclusive that is stunning in its graphics with HDR visuals just popping out everywhere. But it's also great for a strong female lead and its setting. Set within tribes and sort of like old-style cavemen, it actually involves robots as the animals. You have to hunt them, and it's a massive role-playing game with new downloadable content you can actually go out and get right now. Superb. No Best Games roundup for 2017 can be without The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Not only did it bring Link back into an open world setting, it completely and utterly sold a console on its own. Indeed, Breath of the Wild actually sold more copies than the Nintendo Switch when it came out, which is remarkable considering it was only for that console. It is a huge RPG that, until Mario Odyssey came out, really did make use of the Switch's capabilities both on the travel and at home. It is a stunning game that every single gamer must play. Another great PlayStation exclusive is Uncharted: The Lost Legacy. Nathan Drake might be gone from the franchise, but in come two incredibly strong female leads. It's a great year for female characters, what with Aloy in Horizon Zero Dawn. But Uncharted: The Lost Legacy is an adventure that spans about 20 hours of play, which is not normally great, but at the very least it only costs a fraction of the cost of a main game, and for that alone you must play it. And so we come to Destiny 2, a multiplayer online game that has really gripped our lives from the very first moment it came out. Although it's a multiplayer online game, and therefore it has so many players within the same game world, what we like about Destiny 2, ahead of Destiny 1, is that you can actually play the entire game on your own. We're quite a solo gamer, and that suits us down to the ground. Destiny 2 really gets it right.
Well, that's it for this week's show. Join me again for more Swipe next week. And remember to follow us on Twitter at Sky News Swipe. Bye-bye.